I love spending this time with you. Pastor Bob's Coffee Break coming up next. I listen to two kinds of music, heavy and metal. That's a great mug. Having a little Headbangers brew, of course, in that mug this morning. Drinking some Joe Mama coffee, my favorite one of all of our 9 blends. As you see here, different sizes and shape mugs, t-shirts, posters. WeAreMetal.com. Dear Pastor Bob, I'm a longtime fan of punk and metal music, and I'm a Christian. So when I came across your YouTube channel, I was pretty excited. I see all the time on people's social media profiles that they are in an open relationship. In other words, they're polyamorous. Not only is this against God, but it obviously doesn't work. It is very unhealthy as a lifestyle, and it is horrifying that it's becoming mainstream. It was even mentioned in a pamphlet given to me at my job as if it's normal. Also, I'm a recovering sex addict who has had to get help through a 12-step program, so I know from personal experience that multiple sex partners is miserable. What should we do about this? Should we speak up and inform the public? I'm afraid it's too late. Never too late. But you know, it isn't about informing the public. It's really about informing Christians. Yeah. Well, both, but Christians. So I see Christians going from relationship to relationship. I see them having sex in those relationships. Oops. Yeah, I accidentally had sex. Yeah. And I would call that a polyamorous relationship as well. Multiple sex partners, even though we justify it in our minds that it's just one at a time and that we're trying to get serious. But serious means that you wait, not that you try out sex with everybody that you come in contact with. And you know, I was talking about this yesterday in our church service, that you know, more and more and more as I do weddings, I'm not marrying Christian couples who have been abstinent. I'm marrying Christian couples who have been living together for a while and now they're getting married. I know. That was unheard of when I was growing up. I remember that. And I remember what a stigma that was when you found out that someone actually had sex before marriage. Christians just didn't do that. And it was something that they took very seriously. These days, we kind of let it slide. We think it's normal. We think that everybody else is, so we should too. And yet the Bible tells us that abstinence until marriage is a very biblical thing. Now, I see people struggling with so many things these days, so many addictions. Sexual addiction is one of them, alcoholism, drug addiction. And the reason they're struggling is because they got involved with it. So to this day, and I'm not tooting my horn, I'm just giving you another side. To this day, I've never tried any drugs. I've never had alcohol except in communion in some places where they serve real alcohol, or, you know, whether it's alcohol or grape juice, but only in communion. And I'm still a virgin. I'm 71 and I'm still a virgin. I've not been married. And so I don't struggle with those things. Why? Because I never got involved. And I know myself. I am an addict. I have that kind of personality. I become addicted to things really easily. And we could talk about food. We could talk about a lot of things that I have in the past been addicted to. But, you know, When you never get started, you never become addicted. And folks, I think this is how we ought to raise our kids, and it's really our mindset as well. You know, there's a reason why God says don't do it. Don't even get started. Don't even develop a taste for these things. Yeah. But going from one sex partner to another is a pretty serious thing. And, you know, the Bible talks about it, and I preached about this on Sunday, that you know, when Jesus is giving the Sermon on the Mount, he talks about sexual sin. And up until that time, he talks about so many wonderful things and the blessings that we get in the Beatitudes and all of these things. And then he gets to this area and he gets very strict. If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. It's really important that you flee from sexual immorality. The word flee there in the original Greek means run away as fast as you can. And yet we have people running towards it, not away from it. I want you to turn with me this morning to 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 16. And he says, "Do you not know and realize that when a man joins himself to a prostitute, he becomes one body with her? The two, it is written, shall become one flesh." Now, prostitute. It's not just a woman who makes her living having sex. It's a woman who has had sex before. So he says you become one with her, one body with her. And you carry that around. Women, you carry that around as well. And it isn't that you need to continue a bad relationship, but that you made some mistakes in that relationship. And your print, your handprint, you left something behind in every single person that you had sex with. And that's part of them forever. It's a serious thing. And it says that when you do this with anyone who has sex before, he becomes one with her. The two, it is written, shall become one flesh. It's a strong bond. It's not a recreational thing, unless you're married, and it can become that as well. But it's serious business. It's the joining of two people in marriage. And folks, I want to encourage you to stay celibate until God gives you a mate. Wait until marriage, and then it's okay. And until then, wait. And I want you to notice that I'm not dead. It didn't kill me. I've been celibate for 71 plus years, and it didn't kill me. I'm still alive, still functioning, doing great, feeling wonderful. I'm okay. And you can be too. Folks, don't forget, you are blessed. So go and be a blessing.